Hi guys, this is Jason Wiggs with Choppers BBQ. Today what we're doing is getting ready for the upcoming Don't Be Cruel barbecue contest coming in on March 15th and 16th in Tupelo, Mississippi. So what we're doing is we're going to do a preliminary run, keep the same time schedule, the same seasoning, the same everything that we do for competition. We go ahead and do it about a week early just to make sure that we have all the kinks worked out, make sure we know exactly what we have, make sure that everything works well. So today, I went by Raymond's. He had a couple of really good looking shoulders and a couple of butts, so we got those in. So while I was at it, I figured I'd do a video about how we prepare our shoulders and get them ready for the grill. So right here we have a 18-pound shoulder, 18-pound shoulder. We're hoping to render 10 pounds of meat off of it, 10, maybe 11. So we're going to clean it up a little bit, take off some of the fat that we don't need, inject it, put our rub on it, and let it rest and get it ready and let it really soak in those flavors that we're really looking for. What we're using today is we create right here is a injection that we make. It's pretty much apple juice, cayenne pepper, chili powder, garlic, things like that. It really goes in and breaks down the meat and gives a lot of great flavor inside of it. We pretty much make our rub and add it to some liquid to really penetrate the meat inside of it. This is a pretty thick shoulder. Right here we have a barbecue sauce or a barbecue rub that we make. That's going to go on the outside. We use mustard to act as that bonding agent. So let's go and get started. The first thing we do is kind of look at it and start taking off all the fat that we know we won't need. Up on top you'll see it. So what we'll do is we'll start just trimming it out and taking off all the thick pieces of fat that we know. There's a couple of pockets. The good thing about these right here is there's a couple of pockets that you can really get into, and you're able to put seasoning down there and it'll just kind of hold it there and it'll kind of just sit there and soak into the meat real well. So I like to create a few pockets, take my knife, cut through the fat, and get down to the meat, and then stuff it full of my seasoning to the way you can just sit there and do well on the grill. So I'm going to create a couple of those pockets right here. If you notice, I'm creating one right on top. There's usually another one on the side over here so they pick up. Another really nice feature that we like to do is, you notice I'm using tin foil instead of like a cutting board or anything like that. That way we can just kind of pick all of it and throw it out once we're done. Some teams like to cut away the fat on the bottom. I don't. Usually, typically I'll cook this fat side up to render some of this fat and let it baste it. The skin will peel off at the end whenever I go to render all the meat. Usually the fat or the skin will sit there and allows me to rake off the meat real well. We'll flip it back over. Let's go ahead and get this done. I'll see you in just a few minutes after I knock all this fat out, okay?